Welcome back, Bannock folks. It's a Wednesday morning. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. You're watching Bandecdotes, podcast that holds down for the underground sound here in Ontario, Canada. I'm your host, Phil Paxton. If you're new to the show, do me a favor, subscribe down below, maybe leave a comment, like it, do all that fun stuff for me. Follow us on our Instagram if you aren't already. That's where we do all our clips and stuff. Updates, talk about who's coming on the show, the shows that we got going on in the that we're putting on together. Check it all out there. That's at Bandecdotes. If you're new to the show, what we do is we bring people from the music scene. People from photographers, promoters, musicians themselves, of course. And get them to tell some of the wildest stories they have from being around that band culture, because everybody knows bands are just, they're a group of people who spend a lot of time together with each other, and there's always a handful of stories that come from that. Just kind of like, I'm sure your family has a lot of stories just from being out throughout the years, right? So that's what we do. We bring the people from the music community onto the show and get them to tell some of the wildest stuff that they have. And let me tell you what, this is the show to be checking that stuff out, because we get some wild stories left, right, and center. It's great. Let's get into some shows, folks. Shows. Ontario is going strong with the shows. This Friday, April 29th, Faster and Louder Records presents AVIM, The Speed Humps, Mind Count, and Dave Rocket and the Jobbers, and that's in London at the Richmond Tavern. Saturday, April 30th, in Hamilton at the Kill Room, we have Hostage, Scabs Off, Postpartum, New Anthem, Lil Perms, Nails, and Grim, and more. That's like a hardcore rap show. Definitely go check that out. In Ajax that night, we got our homies in Badger Milk with Danger Like, Spook the Beast, and Grave Earth. Sunday, May 1st, in Barrie, Pure Grain Promos presents Pillars of Autumn, Battle Scarred, Halfway Through Hell, and Isiora with Cruel Intent at the Queen's. That's going to be a good time. In Toronto that night, we got Infant Islands, A Flock Named Murder, and our homies in Gouge Out, and that's at the Orwell. I haven't been there yet. That's probably a cool venue. Go check that out. Saturday, May 7th, in Ottawa, Pandemodium presents Killataurus with Necrotic Gore Beast, The Aphleon, Soul Thief, Harvested, and that's at the Brass Monkey. May 13th, Friday the 13th, this is Jason's favorite holiday. In Toronto, we have Off Leash presents The Class of 2022. Now, this show was supposed to happen earlier this year, and it got bumped back quite a bit, but this is featuring some awesome acts like Dear God, Do Flame, Mile End, and Real World, and that's at the Monarch Tavern in Toronto. Saturday, May 14th, we got B.A. Johnson's with Sons of Butchers at the Atria in Oshawa. Tuesday, May 17th, in Kitchener, we have Tunic, Strange Limbs, Thou Shout, and that's at the Short Finger Brewing. Saturday, May 21st, in St. Catharines, at the Warehouse, we got Belvedere, The Last Gang, and our homies in The Holdouts. Adam and the Metal Hawks are doing a run of shows with Revive the Rose. May 27th, they're in Toronto at Sneaky D's. May 28th, they're in Ottawa at the Brass Monkey. May 29th, they're in Barrie at the Queen's. Saturday, May 28th, Niagara Metal presents Swap and Drop Dead 5-year anniversary with Bandecdotes, Blood Opera, The House of Haunt, and The Electric Dead, and that's at Camp Cataract. That's in Niagara Falls. Couple months away from now, but letting you know early and making sure that you're nice and prepped. September 9th and 10th in Mississauga at the Hansa House, Damage Control and Solace Music Promotions presents Hold Your Ground Fest 22. That's with features like Never Ending Game, Mind Force, Pain of Truth, Dare, Momentum, Gridiron, Cohesion, Cold Shoulder, Endgame, and many, many, many more. Get your tickets at holdyourgroundfest.com. Well, folks, lots of stuff going on. So if you heard of a concert happening in your area or in your city that you want to go support. Us bands, we really need you right now. We need all our folks on the front lines buying the merch, not just streaming. And and not just we need you to go a little bit more. We need you. That's what we're here for. All right, let's get into my guests this week. We have Valerie and Scott. They're from The Thumbs, but they also run a really cool Twitch channel called Adam and Evolve. They do a lot of jamming together. They're high school friends. We had a blast together, honestly. This is the first time I got to sit down and talk with these folks, and we talked about aliens. We talked about ghosts. It gets a little weird, and honestly, I'm all for it. All right, let's get into the episode, guys. Cool. Right on.
Sweet.
Thank you for watching Bandecdotes, folks. You're tuning into another episode. I'm your host, Phil Paxton. The t-shirt of this week is a band called the Marine Ponderosa Wedding Massacre. It's like a gimmicky, It's Always Sunny grindcore band. And then my guests this week are Valerie and Scott. Thank you for coming on to Bandecdotes. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So you want
awesome.
to tell the audience a bit about yourselves, about the history, like who you folks are, and what you do?
Yeah.
You want to go first? Rock, paper, scissors?
Sure, let's rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Damn, I thought we were doing shoot. Do it one more time.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot. Damn it.
Oh! You just go first.
Either way, good. Okay. So technically you won that twice. I'm Valerie. So Scott and I have 2 musical projects together.
Oh, 2?
We have 2, but they're kind of the same.
They collab a lot.
They collab a lot, yeah. So we have Adam and Evolve, which is our Twitch channel that we stream all of our live music from, and we react to different stuff as well. So recently we've been watching Making the Band, which is really funny.
Yeah, from the 90s,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Those ones are great, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
So
behind the music and stuff.
Yeah, so good. And yeah, O-Town was the first
O-Town.
O-Town,
Yeah.
What did O-Town have to say?
It's just, I don't know, it's just hilarious.
So the show was Making of the Band. It was before American Idol and stuff, and it was the guy who created the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC basically did a reality show about making a whole other Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. But they called it O-Town.
That's what that was?
So it's the whole audition process.
Yeah.
It's the whole audition process.
I mean,
the guys all living together. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's really funny, and the fame gets to their heads really quick,
immediately.
and they haven't even done anything.
The one guy has a girlfriend at home. He's like, I'm never going to do anything. Immediately, he's like, the pressure here is rough.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's reality. Yeah, sorry. And what else do you guys have? That's Adam and
Adam
Evolve.
And Evolve.
Adam and Evolve, right?
Yeah.
Little play on the Bible.
Yeah.
Play on words.
Yeah.
And then we have the
religious.
Thumbs. No, we're not religious.
Let's get like that.
Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
And then the Thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something I joined semi-recently. I'd say the summer's when it started kicking off a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, you started that a while ago.
Yeah, so the Thumbs is my cousin Michelle Dempsey and I.
Oh, cool.
So it started as a female duo. We were just playing little gigs at little places we knew.
Nice.
And then we got Scott out to do a couple shows with us. And then now that we have the Twitch channel and everything's back open, we're starting to book gigs again and stuff. But Thumbs is fun.
Yeah,
it's a
really
cover
fun.
band, but we're working on some originals.
Yeah, it's acoustic covers, rock tunes, classic rock, and then some new age stuff, some 90s stuff, and then we mash up 90s bangers like Vanga Boys. We do a Vanga Boys mashup.
We do Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Cool.
Yeah, but
Spice
cool.
Girls.
And then we do our own thing with it. We change the melodies a bit. And the lyrics are still there, so people can sing along.
Yeah.
It's like a cover to the truest extent of the word.
Yeah.
It's a full on cover of the song.
So you guys got lots of stuff going on, the Thumbs, the Twitch channel. You guys, when did you guys meet? You guys, it seems like you guys have been friends for a long time.
We went to high school together.
Yeah.
Scott was my first boyfriend.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah.
Waiting for the pound.
Hey, there you go. I didn't see it. We met at a beach party.
We did. I was drinking Malibu straight from the bottle.
Yeah. I think I was grade 10, you were grade 9.
Yeah.
And that was in Port Dalhousie at the low-key beach parties. And then...
You had to hike down a hill.
Yeah.
By hike, I mean slide down a hill.
That's right. I forgot about that. And those were super fun. And that's when we met. And then, I think we were into each other and then dated for a couple months. And then... Just
high school.
Yeah, high school's high school.
Right.
So it was fun, and then I don't know. There was a few years after high school where we didn't really talk that much, but we reconnected.
happened. Yeah.
No, nothing happened. Like, but we.
That's just high school friends for you. Like,
Yeah.
I have a handful of friends that I don't talk to, but if I were to talk to today, it'd be like nothing. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be like we talked yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was literally like that because it was in the summer, right?
Yeah.
And then weren't you thinking?
Oh, I should tell that story.
Tell a story. Yeah,
okay,
it's
I'll
crazy.
tell that story.
Yeah.
In the summer, there a picture of us at his prom popped up in like my memories.
Yeah.
And I realized I hadn't spoken to him in so long, so I went to try and find him on Instagram, couldn't find him. Because he's changed his name. It's obviously not just Scott Blake on Instagram. And then I go to Facebook and I can't find him. I'm like, what the fuck? Literally, I gave up. And 5 minutes after, he messaged me, hey, long time no talk. Like,
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Because she does like hip hop really good, dancing always has, and I started working with this company called MSG in the summer, and so one of my crew members, he does like TikTok videos with hip hop stuff, and so I thought of Val, and I was like, maybe you guys could do something together. Yeah. So that's why I reached out to her initially, and then it just happens, it just so happens that she was like, thinking about reaching out to me that day earlier.
So random, and
so
now we're
weird.
roommates.
Yeah,
Oh,
now we're
you guys live together.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Oh, so it's like kind of a full circle thing.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So like, then when did Thumb start then? Like, when did that start?
So
going
I
for you
started,
guys?
Michelle and I started the Thumbs, like on David Bowie's birthday, like
Nice.
2 years
Oh,
ago.
nice.
That's
like
cool.
2-3 years ago on Bowie's birthday, and then we started playing live last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or maybe was it last summer? I can't remember. I think it was last summer though. Yeah, and then we just right from the first gig, we just got weekly gigs at different places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it would be them two, basically, and then I would come to some shows, and then they would have a cajon sitting there,
Yeah.
and then they would
Yeah,
invite
just
me
switch
up,
around.
I would go up for a couple songs, and then it just became, like, more and more, and then...
And we started paying him.
And then I came to, like, jam nights at her house. She had, like, every Wednesday, big jam sort of thing going on at her
Cool.
house,
Yeah.
and so that was really cool, and then I would hop on there, and then everything just became more comfortable, and then, before you know it, we were playing gigs.
Yeah. How did you manage to keep that momentum going through all that pandemic stuff? Like, sounds like you guys were fairly active. Like, you guys just were going at it no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like...
The online thing is very helpful, like, learning, there's so many things, like... Now, mind you, I've been making videos and, like, editing and stuff since I was a literal child.
Cool.
So like, anything musical, I'm like, boom, content, put online.
Mm-hmm.
And then that sort of... Then I tried to make, like a schedule out of it.
Yeah.
And try and convey, like, hey, this is a job. We can make money from this. We just have to keep going at it. And it slowly, it's gaining steam.
Yeah,
Here we are.
Yeah.
yeah. Getting some traction.
Yeah.
So what are some plans for 2022 now that things are, like, slowly opening up now and things are unraveling and...
Well, I mean, like, in general, or, like,
just with the, like, with the whole, like, I mean, let's
With
go
our whole
Thumbs.
enterprise?
Yeah, with the whole enterprise.
Okay.
That's the first time I've described it that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Collective, right?
So,
Yeah.
it's a collective, yeah. So aside from, like, so Scott has some side musical stuff he does with Feels Collective and LASTLI. So are you, and Mars and them. I don't know
and
what you're-
ATTERCLIFF. ATTERCLIFF and the Pillowtalkers is, like, a new acoustic band that is, like, working together, and, we're making a set right now, getting show ready. So a few projects that I'm going at, we're getting show ready and stuff. So that's pretty exciting. Looking forward to, like, getting that going. But there's also, like...
Collaboratively.
Yeah.
We're coming up with an adult cartoon.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's stoner humor.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's called The Wars of Warlock Wayne.
Yeah.
And we're aiming to launch the first episode April 20th. It's going to be on YouTube.
On
420.
On 420.
Yeah.
Cause
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so
and-
we're sorry. that process, the production schedule is underway, and we have a table read in a couple weeks with our voice actors.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
I'm
so
doing a
glad
couple
that-
voices.
You're doing a couple voices?
Yeah,
Wayne.
she is.
Oh my god, this is so exciting. I love this. Like, I'm a huge fan of cartoons. You probably guessed that from all the
Yeah.
stuff that are going around here.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of The Simpsons. I'll show you guys
Us too?
after. I have a Simpsons room in the house that's just like
We're gonna
all
film that
collectives.
reaction.
Dental plan, Lisa needs braces. 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 Dental plan, Lisa needs braces.
We're gonna film that reaction if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. What are some of your favorite '90s cartoons, if you have any, that come to mind?
Oh,
Like what was some
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah.
Like
Nice.
Rugrats.
Oh yeah,
Rugrats.
Rugrats
Solid.
always
Cool.
caught
Felix
that.
the Cat. Not really 90s. That was before.
No, but yeah. I had the movie when I was a kid. I
Yeah.
never watched the show, and that movie is wild. I don't know if,
my son is named Felix.
Oh, cool. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So do you have any like inspiration for that show, or was like you guys? How did this come together? I want to know all about this.
So I.
Yeah, it was
we're
her
stoners,
idea.
We're stoners. My stepdad's name is Wayne. And the whole premise of the show is about this warlock who like is a musician that fights crime and solves mysteries.
Oh, I love it.
So and he's just my stepdad has this just like such unique personality about him, and it's just so like it is very animated. Like he is very cartoony. So I just like sort of adapted from that, and then I started taking like just the first episode is based off something that happened to my best friend's brother. Or sorry, my brother's best friend. My brother's best friend. So I just like started. My brother said one thing to me. I don't want to reveal too much.
Of course.
My brother said something to me about this story, and then the first episode just came to me, and I was like, boom, and I just started writing.
Yeah.
And it's all these characters are so funny.
Yeah.
We have all these running gags throughout the show too, like running bits.
Yeah.
That's
We're
super cool.
Doing some character development,
Yeah.
like here and there.
There are a few characters that we're very attached to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
to,
that's super
bring
cool.
those to the table.
I don't know if I've had any guests that come on that have made a cartoon before. That's like I'm super excited about that.
We're calling it a cartoon, but to start, because
Exactly.
everything's DIY.
Yeah.
So we're doing the best we can with what we have. So I've tried the online animating. I've literally tried to like, I can do it, but
hard.
not. It would be too time consuming. So what we're gonna do is almost like a puppet show,
I love it.
but with a green screen
screen in the
So it'll
background.
have like it'll look like real outside, but then like stick puppets, but then also physical mediums.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
glitter, we'll throw the glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
love this. I love this
Nice.
idea. This is great. Yeah, that's kind of a new format. Like, there's not to like that like it's an interesting take on, and especially you guys are doing like an adult themed version of it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That'll be
Sweet.
cool. What
Great.
was that name again? Wayne's
Wars of Warlock Wayne.
Wars of Warlock Wayne.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, you heard it here. This episode will be out a week after, so it'll be a week after 420.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's super exciting. So folks, definitely go check that out. That's super exciting. So how did you guys get into like music growing up?
Ooh.
You first.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I love. Ever since, I don't know, like I've always loved music. The first memory I have of like playing an instrument was in preschool. I just went to like North End Co-op, and we would walk around the outside of the building and like all have an instrument. And I remember having the cymbals.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So
Yeah.
I would like bang on those, and then I would I don't know, often carry around like a harmonica.
Cool.
I would, like when we'd go camping, I'd always bring the harmonica. And then in grade 4, I played bongos for my school choir. So instead of singing, I just kept the beat, and I got to do everything that they got to do, like go on trips and stuff, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I got a drum kit finally in grade 6, end of grade 6, and then just started playing, took lessons, and then started jamming in grade 9 with my buddies Matt and Tim. And from there, I just kind of like always was jamming.
Yeah, you've just been always playing music.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Do you have any of that like sheet music experience or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually how I teach too, because I teach drums right now.
You teach drums. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. So you're all in.
Yeah, all
Love
in.
it.
All in.
Love it. Love it. And how about yourself?
I grew up dancing. Like I was a competitive
Cool.
dancer on Dance Team Canada and stuff. And my whole family is musical.
Yeah.
Like all my cousins who I'm very close with, I grew up with them being like, Valerie, pick a song. We're going to learn it on guitar. And they would learn it right in front of me. And then a few years ago, I've always played cajon a little bit. And I did my first ever band, actually, not my public school band.
Oh.
My second band when I played live, the Henry Street Band,
Oh.
I played bongos.
Cool.
Right?
Cool. Yeah.
From there, I started doing more cajon stuff because I was always a big tap dancer. So
Yeah.
percussion was my thing. I didn't pick up the guitar until maybe 2 years ago. And
Cool.
I just started learning at Open G. And from there, I learned bass, which now I have 2 basses. Bass is my favorite
Nice.
instrument. Yeah. Now I'm doing drums a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been
yeah.
messing around
Teaching
with
her a little
some-
bit of drums, but she actually picked it up herself, pretty much.
Oh, it's because of the tap.
Oh yeah, yeah, because tap
You have
dancing.
rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the dancing and the bongos, right?
And the way like I learned tap, they taught us like I remember them writing on the mirrors like the sheet music, like
Oh,
so
cool.
we learned like all the counts and everything.
That's cool. I never knew that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's funny. What something else is weird that wow, that made no sense at all. I actually took a couple years of hip hop as well.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like when I was younger. So I got like that rhythm sort of bass early on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. Now, what are some of your favorite Ontario bands? If anything caught your attention within the last year or so?
Yeah, a few. I mean, one of my favorites is Dizzy from Oshawa area.
Cool. I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Oh, really?
Dizzy.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have this really cool, chill sound. I think they really turned some heads when they hit the scene.
Nice.
Because they came out with this, like, really ambient sound, and her voice is amazing. And have you ever heard of Daughter?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It's it gives you, like, Daughter vibes if you check out
Cool.
Daughter as well. Yeah, super cool. Also, like, the Lemons are really
yeah,
starting to do
locally.
some... Yeah, locally.
Locally, there's a few cover bands, but they have a lot of original stuff as well. So the Feverish Lemons, they're big. They stream on Twitch as well. Like they're insanely good.
Yeah.
Who else? The James Blonde band.
Yeah, James Blonde.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Neil the other day.
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
We were actually playing some Bowie. I was drumming.
Nice.
And he was on the piano. It was so much fun.
Cool.
Who else did we say? Oh, like Figure 4. I don't know how much original stuff they do, but
Yeah. The Mandevils.
Mandeville's, yeah. Always solid.
And yeah, locally
Well, like your stuff, Feels.
oh yeah, that's always fun. Yeah.
And
Feel stuff.
Lastly.
Lastly, yeah. Love the stuff that Keeg comes up with.
Yeah, we had Keegan on the show already.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was a good episode.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you folks run a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
We do.
Like, how did you guys get going with that? Like, it sounds like like you guys have so much like you're spinning so many plates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. So, how did the Twitch channel come about?
Well, I figured again during COVID, I was like, I know that's you could monetize it, right? In the same way you can Twitch is probably more lucrative, in my opinion, so far than like YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Like I find that we can gain the most traction with Twitch.
Yeah.
And just by seeing like the Feverish Lemons, so they play live, but then some of their Twitch followers actually come and like see them, which to me is wild. So you also have that. You have that online market, but then you also have that local market you can tap into as well, which I think is quite cool. So I was like, we should be on that and taking advantage of that as well. And then we do all this like YouTube content and stuff. So to me, it just
fun.
made sense. TikTok, we're all over the place.
How long have you guys been doing that for?
I've been doing it. I have a lot of projects. I've been working on I do work on them all consistently though.
Wow.
Yeah.
And make headway. Like every day there's something
Crazy.
a little bit more. But probably like 2-3 years since COVID. I was like, I am not wasting time.
Yeah,
that's when I learned guitar and everything. Yeah.
You're not sitting around wasting time. Yeah, you said you were picking up guitar 2 years ago.
I like honed in on a lot of like niche stuff and like some editing skills as well. Like when it comes to the YouTube stuff, and I have this whole like social media schedule, like in the interactions within it. Oh yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yep.
That's super cool.
It's entrepreneurial.
So you guys you mentioned to me when we were talking about putting this together that you guys are also starting like a locally focused radio station as well?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Thumb FM.
Thumb 92 FM.
Yeah.
Thumb 92 FM. Let's talk about it.
It's an online radio station.
Cool.
We're gonna. It's always hard to pitch it because there's so many elements, and I get so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
To talk
It's
about
really
it. I get
cool,
so
though.
excited.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start airing only with like 1 day a week because we do have a sister station, Star FM.
Yep.
So I have an engineer through them, which is cool. But we're gonna run through all the genres, and we're only gonna play local music.
Love it.
Because then we get away with like no covers or anything, just all straight local music from
Yeah.
every genre. We're gonna have relevant hosts within it. I've looked up the best time of day to play what genre. And then the demographics within them, which is kind of cool. And we're only going to ever have 3 minutes of ads per hour.
Wow.
So it'll be like about 6 ads an hour.
Really?
Or 6, yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
And it's doing so much for the music scene, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason why I started this podcast. That's
Right.
what I'm trying to do is just...
Yeah.
Because there's so much music happening just in Ontario.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to talk about Niagara, there's a ton of Niagara. But even if you want to just zoom out a little bit in Ontario, it's... you can name 100 bands, and you can name it like I can name 100 bands,
Yeah.
and they'll be all different. Like there's so much music, and I don't think it's getting the spotlight that it deserves.
Yeah.
Because there's so many talented musicians. And
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
In developing the business plan as well, I sort of, because I found the demographics within, so when I reach out to sponsors, I can say, okay, you are a small local business. Now let's put you in front of your local demographic who are choosing to listen to the station because it's online, right?
Yeah.
It's, conscious listening is what it's called.
Yeah.
But in developing the business plan, I'm like, wow, this can just be copied and pasted into any region. Like I can just go, here you go, Hamilton.
Right.
Take somebody in Hamilton, here, take this business plan, do it there, and do it for your businesses and stations.
Wow.
Yeah. Something I think I might have thought of this term, globally local.
Globally
Yeah,
local.
it could potentially
I like
be like everywhere, but it's just local.
And right now it's like loyally local. We
Yeah.
have it branded as.
Yeah.
And consciously curated.
Yeah.
Consciously curated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I love it.
alliteration.
Yeah. I love alliteration. I will never not do it.
And Feels Collective. You want to talk a bit about Feels Collective?
Oh,
is
yeah.
that like all you? That's everything?
No, it's not just me. I got Vanessa Lepp in there too.
Oh, cool.
She played in the Treetops with me a few years ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, she's awesome. She plays keys and guitar and sings and
And that's
like
phenomenal.
yeah, she's crazy good. And then I also have Trevor Speechley.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he used to play in Sleeper Set Sail
Yeah.
and Casey Baker and the Buffalo Sinners.
Yeah, we just had Casey and Mike on.
Oh,
okay.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right
Yeah.
on. Nice.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So yeah, Fields got together a couple years ago. It started with just Vanessa and I before Trev was back in town. I think he was still in Toronto at that point. And yeah, we started just me and her writing a couple things. One was actually influenced by a UFO sighting that we both had at the same time.
Oh, cool.
A shared, sighting. So our song Initiative, it was inspired by that. And then from there, we kind of started writing more things. And then Trevor, I showed him Initiative, and then he was like, holy shit, I have to be part of this.
Yeah.
Please. And so, yeah, I asked Vanessa if it was cool, and she was like, yeah, like bring him in, see what happens. And then, yeah, so it's been the three of us for about 2 years almost now. And, we decided to focus on like a publishing route. So we just released an EP full of just like pieces. Mm-hmm. A minute and a half, 2 minutes kind of thing. So they're all instrumentals that kind of show our range of what we could possibly do for like creating music for advertisements or video games or documentaries, TV show intro.
Cool.
You name it, you know what I mean? So like in the publishing route, and here and there we've come up with like singles with vocals too. But yeah, we just had this release called No Words Extended Play.
Yep.
So just like instrumental EP. Mm-hmm. You can check it out on like Apple and Spotify and all those platforms.
Perfect.
And I don't know, it's got like 9 or 10 of them on there, and
Nice.
pretty cool. Yeah, no, they're each a different mood for sure.
Let's rewind a little bit, though. The
Sure.
UFO sighting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's
Yeah.
do so. Aliens. You obviously believe in aliens.
Oh, I know they're here.
Okay.
Yeah, no question at
Yeah.
all. Like they are here. They're observing us children trying to figure this planet out, and like I think they're just like, I don't know. They're being cautious. They're not in any rush to like make themselves known. I think. But yeah, me and Vanessa, we had a shared sighting one night because I learned of this practice called CE5.
Okay.
So you got close encounters of the first kind, second kind, third kind, right? Like fourth kind is when you're abducted. Fifth kind is human initiated contact. So basically it's using this like meditative process. You zone in to your heart center, set a good positive intention about like making contact, and then you just meditate for like, depends on how long, like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes I haven't even needed to meditate, and I still see results. So it's basically like just giving a big old wave to space, being like, hey, I'm here, if you want to come by, I'm open to communicating. So you kind of set that intention, and what I do too, it's like in your head, kind of zoom in on your place on Earth, and then keep zooming out. Yeah. So eventually, like, you see the Earth, and then you see the solar system, and then you see our little arm of the galaxy that we're in, and then keep zooming out. And then in that way, apparently you can reach entities and stuff like that, that are like really far away on a mental level and a telepathic level. And I'm not saying I'm telepathic. I'm just
Right,
saying like,
right.
this is what they say to do.
Yeah.
If you check out any of Dr. Greer's documentaries, he'll explain it more. But yeah, it's really, really cool. So this one night, Vanessa and I tried it. It was like our first time trying it. So we meditated by the lakeside at the end of Geneva Street.
Yeah.
And basically about 45 minutes in, we started seeing, like, it was a clear sky, first of all. And then we started seeing, like, lights that looked like the stars, but they were moving in a way that was not an airplane. You can tell when it's an airplane. 'Cause
Right.
the flashing lights and the straight trajectory and stuff and the constant speed. But this thing was moving in a different way. It was, like, not doing zigzags, but it was kind of, like, wandering as if someone had a laser pointer and was, like, doing that.
Wow.
So it was way up there.
Looking for you.
I think so, because, no, I'll get to that.
I think it was looking for you. That's
So we ended up seeing a few lights like that were moving, like, seemingly intelligently.
Yeah.
And then I remember with Vanessa, we were just like, do you see that? And then all of a sudden, zoom, zoom, 2 of them shot off. I don't know if it was 2 shooting stars at that exact moment or what, but that seems very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw these 2 things zoom, like, I don't know, one after another.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And then later we saw, like, another light. So we saw 4 lights total that night.
Right.
And there was a point where I was staring at this thing, and then I felt, like, really connected with Vanessa, like, right there, and with this thing. So it was almost like we were in this bubble of conscious energy together, and it was just a really profound. And it's crazy when you see it for yourself, because you kind of get that, like, wake up feeling, like it's surreal, like. So it was insane. And and then I had, other successful sessions since then,
Right.
but the craziest sighting of my life, I don't know if you want to hear it.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Yeah, okay.
Do you have any alien stories?
I was just gonna validate that all the like footage I've seen, like, of UFO sightings all looks like what you said. Like, they'll go like and they'll be like a few, and then they'll zoom off.
And
I do not. I have more ghosty stuff.
Oh,
So
fun.
we
That'd
have
be cool
that,
too.
We have that weird parallel too about us.
Yeah. Yep. I don't even know. Oh yeah, the craziest sighting. I was actually at Vanessa's. We were working on something. Trev was there too. We were outside for whatever. I think maybe a joint or something. Just like smoke a little joint.
Yeah.
Went back in. They went back in. I stayed out, and this was because I kind of, like, felt really connected to this guy that particular night. Can't really explain it. I was just like, I don't know. You ask them, like, a conversation will be going on. I'll be staring up, like, the whole time, just watching. And so, yeah, they went inside. I stayed out for a second. And, yeah, I swear on my life, I swear on all my gear, like, which is precious as fuck to me.
Yeah, every musician knows that.
Yeah, I swear on, like, everything. This is what happened. So I was just on her porch. Pretty sure I was just having a vape. And I saw this green dot, like, catch my eye to the left. So I kind of turn my head to look at it. As soon as I do, these 3 lights just materialized out of, like, nothing. Like, it's as if it came from another dimension or something. So these lights were teardrop shaped, and all the points met in the middle. So basically, it was just, like, these silent lights. They were rotating around each other. As they were doing that, it was going forward. And it's like, it wasn't even far up there. It was like maybe 100 feet up or 200 feet up.
Yeah.
Very close.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was the closest sighting I've ever had. And I could tell you the colors. There were yellows, magentas, greens, and not blues, but, like, reds and oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, really, like, that vibe of color. And it was silent. They rotated around each other and went about at football field length. And then it just dematerialized. It coasted over the entire neighborhood. And I think I was the only one that saw it.
Right.
So I strongly, like, I feel like it came by to just say hey for a sec.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing. My eyes watered instantly.
Yeah.
There was no time to get out the phone or whatever, because it was like 4 seconds. Like, it was done and over with 4 seconds. And then I went inside, and then I was, like, teary-eyed, and I was like, guys, I don't know how to explain what I just saw, but, like, you have to come outside. And so I explained what happened, And then we stayed outside for another like 40 minutes, but didn't really end up seeing anything.
Yeah.
But Vanessa says she saw something like up in the sky later that night. But yeah, it was wild, man.
Aliens.
That was crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. And you've ghost sightings?
I don't kind of sightings. It's
Ghost
more,
stories?
Yeah,
I want
it's
to
hard
know.
Oh, remember the one? Well, the craziest thing, I was at my ex-boyfriend's house, and he got his house because Buddy died in it, like not just of natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
And the one day, and I always get mad deja vu and stuff, like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the one day I was just like, I was walking past this entranceway in his house, and I was like, for some reason I was just like, what's the guy's name who lived here? Ronald, something like that. And I'd never asked him. Why did I care what this guy's name was?
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to explain it away, like, surely I've seen because his stuff was still in the house. I'm like, surely I've seen like an old work name tag or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said that, I went down to the basement for like a smoke or something, and there was the old furnace papers with Buddy's name on it. And my boyfriend at the time went to the garage to get the name tag he thought I saw. And I was like, cool. Look, sure as shit, this guy's name is Ronald Anderson. I'm like, this is wild. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, surely I've seen this name tag. And in my head, the name tag he was bringing me was like the size of like I thought he meant like a big name tag.
Right.
Like Ronald.
Right.
Oh.
He brings me down this dinky little thing that's like Ronald. I was like, I have never ever seen that one time.
Wow.
And then from there, I just like started, like, it was weird. Like, I started knowing stuff about the house. I was like, that back room was an office, right? And he was like, how do you know that? I was like, I don't know. This middle room was pink when you moved in, I think, though. And he had only moved in a couple years before. I'd never been to that house.
Right.
Like, never even, like,
That's
been
crazy.
in that cul-de-sac. Yeah, so it was wild.
Love
so
that.
Just like different stuff like that I've experienced. That's the
Wow.
craziest one though. Like,
Yeah.
And then when him and I would argue, I'd be like, you have to stop. Like, Ron's getting angry with you. Like, I could feel it. Like, when, like,
Oh,
because
boy.
this guy was very protective of me for whatever reason.
Right.
Obviously, he had a daughter,
Yeah.
or I think, anyway, there's a whole story
Yeah.
I think happened.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a good segue to get into our Bandecdotes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the wildest. I mean, we've already talked about some crazy stories. Let's talk about some stories about bands and some of the stories you have from being in bands and being on the road, maybe like in the studio or at a show. Anything in between?
Right, yeah. Oh, I got a few crazy stories.
Perfect.
Okay, one of my favorites. I love telling this one. So you remember The Reason
Yes.
from Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay, they were like my favorite fucking band
They were a
in
cool
high
band.
school. Yeah. Best dudes. So anyway, when I was 19, I was walking around Scenefest, and I ended up meeting Adam, the singer of Reason. And I was with Chris Woods, actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was also just on the show.
Was he?
Yes.
Amazing. So we were walking. He introduced me to Adam, and we were just talking. And then all of a sudden, he mentions that his drummer's leaving. And so I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yo, do you think I could audition?" And he's like, "Sure, why not?" I don't think he like knew, you know what I mean, like how long I've been playing and stuff. So anyway, I was just like, I was ready because I already knew all those songs. I would have been jamming to them like all high school. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I knew all those songs already. I show up to a jam space in Hamilton, and pretty much they were all just like, who the fuck is this kid? Like, and it was like an instant connection with those guys.
Yeah.
I got so close to being in the band, man. So like, they're all older, right? They're about 10 years older than us. But yeah, it was down to me and Steve, who also drums in Monster Truck now too.
Right. Yeah.
And funny enough, I actually had one jam with Monster Truck as well, and
cool.
that went well. But anyway, it got down to me and Steve for The Reason, and I got a call one day. I was at the Pen with my buddy Kevin, and we were in West 49.
Yeah.
And I got a call from Adam, and it was the bummer call, because he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but it was so close, and it was honestly like a hard ass decision. But we're going with Steve because he's a bit older, and like we've kind of known him for a bit longer, and I didn't even know that like he was tight with them before, so I was just this noob kid.
Yeah.
And then
Giving him a run for his money.
giving him a run for his money. And I was like really stoked on that, but I was really upset that like I didn't get it. But I ended up like staying buds with them. Would come to the shows in Hamilton here and there, and then one day I got this call from Cubby. He plays guitar and percussion and keys and sings in the band. And guitar too, and so I got a call from him, and he basically was like, "Hey, we're hitting the road. We're doing like a promo tour of the country. You want to come sell our merch for us?" And I was like, "Yo, All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually like typed up my 2 weeks in the back office right then. It was at Old Navy at the pen. I was working there at the time, and pretty much just like told them I have to do this, and they're like, okay, go for it. Like, so we ended up leaving for tour. It was crazy because we drove all the way to BC in this van.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
How long
one
was
of
that?
the classic. Oh man, we hit 3 shows on the way, so I
Okay,
think it took
yeah.
like 5 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like 3 warm-up shows, and then we got to BC, and then we meet up with Colorado.
Cool.
Yeah, and Free Energy, who are from the States.
Okay.
I don't know if they're a band anymore. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was the Reason, Colorado, and Free Energy, and we played BC, and then we start heading back east. And so this is where the story kind of starts.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're on our way back from BC, heading east, and we needed a motel one of the nights. So we were just like looking for one on the Trans-Canada Highway, right? You're way up there, and then what do you know? We found one. So this is kind of, I think, pre-iPhone, like instant everything. You know, what I mean? It's kind of hard to find it.
Airbnb.
Yeah, no Airbnb. So yeah, we were just like looking. We found this motel, and then what do you know? What do you see in front? Just 2 white vans with trailers, right there. So the other bands were there.
Oh, really? Okay.
And no one else.
Yeah.
So we ended up all taking over this motel completely. There's one guy working. Poor fucking guy. He was at the desk all night, just like heading his book and earbuds in. He was just like, fuck my life. But yeah, we ended up taking over this motel. There was a lot of drinking happening. There was like, there was like a swimming and spa area that we snuck into. We weren't supposed to go in there, but we went in there, and it was just nuts. Yeah, it was like a crazy party. I remember Jake from Colorado. We ended up finishing off a whole bottle of Jaeger, like in like.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was good times. And then there was even a point where someone had fireworks, and
of course
the Trans-Canada Highway was right there. It was like a 2-minute walk. Yeah. So we brought all the fireworks to the side of the Trans-Canada Highway and started lighting them off. And then once in a while, like a car would pull over and stop and like party with us for a bit. And then they would keep on going.
Several people?
Yeah. And I remember like this one couple in particular, they shouldn't have been driving. That's for sure. But yeah, but they partied. Yeah. Hopefully they didn't have far to go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I hope they're all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nuts. And then so that was like the craziest kind of thing that happened on that tour. The rest was like really awesome though, because we finished that leg, and then a week later we started 2 weeks with Arkells and Dinosaur Bones. Mm-hmm. So I got to know those guys a little bit too, and yeah, it was awesome. It was the awesomest time.
Sounds like a crazy time.
Yeah, it was
what
really
about
cool.
yourself? Do you have any
I've never been on tour.
Never.
Yeah.
But a cool experience. My cousins are in a band as well.
Yeah.
They were in Hamilton. Now they live in Mexico, but they were in Hamilton, and it's called Mucho Disaster. And they were doing like a recording weekend. And my one cousin at the time lived in Nova Scotia, so they flew him in.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him in a couple years, so I drove out to Hamilton and I hung out with them for a couple days as they were recording. But like, it was wild. It was just in like a basement.
Nice.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a cool experience. They let me play a little bit, which was nice.
That's cool.
And I got to know all these wicked musicians. Yeah.
Nice. So you've like hit the studio. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
A basement studio.
Okay. Nice.
That'll be it.
Speaking of studios, have you seen Sound City yet?
No, I haven't.
Dude.
What's Sound City?
Amazing. It's this new documentary by Dave Grohl.
Okay.
Because he purchased all the original gear from Sound City.
Right.
So like Nirvana recorded there,
Yes.
like Fleetwood Mac recorded there, Paul McCartney, like a bunch of these legends, and he ends up, they're gonna close their doors or something. So he's like, I'm not letting that die. So he purchased all the old gear, opened up his new studio with all this old gear from that studio, and he invited all these old legends to come back and record new songs and jam new songs, and yeah, it's amazing. You should check it out.
Can't go wrong with Dave Grohl.
No,
I mean, he also put out that like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Studio 666.
Yeah, he's coming up with a horror movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I want to see it.
I'll watch that.
Yeah,
Johnny, you've seen it, haven't
Let's
you?
react to it.
Yeah.
Let's watch it and react to it on Twitch.
It was a classic horror movie. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Like a slasher.
I love a good classic horror flick.
Oh yeah, it's gory as hell.
Nice. All right, that's hilarious.
That's one on for the list there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you see it already?
It came out 2 weeks ago.
It was in theaters, I think.
Oh, legit theater.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, eh?
I forgot they're open
I
again.
forgot
Right?
about the whole concept.
Isn't
Yeah,
that hilarious?
me too.
That,
That's
like,
weird.
For a moment there, that like when new movies were coming out, we just pop them up on our TV.
Yeah.
I watched the new Mortal Kombat on my TV. And
Me too. Me too.
It was a good movie.
Which was sick.
Yeah, yeah.
I really liked that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, it was well done.
I was like, what? I love how they're like, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You're looking for like Johnny Cage the entire time, and you're like, where is he? Where is he?
Yeah.
And he just shows up at the like spoiled for the next movie or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah. Man, that was a good one. I need to see it again. Because I watched it that day it came out.
Right.
And then I haven't seen it since.
Yeah. No.
So.
Yeah. Where's the furthest you've ever traveled for like with music?
I've been extremely lucky enough to get to Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's that?
It was insane, dude.
Yeah.
It was insane. That was with old band Crystalline that I had going.
That's right. You played in Crystalline.
Yeah. We I guess got a little bit of attention from this like indie label from Japan called Kick Rock Records, and they liked what we were doing. So I'm pretty sure there was like just like the tiniest deal ever that could ever be made. I think it was like something like that.
Yeah.
And so they pressed some of our CDs over there in Japan and put them
Wow.
in stores. And actually they sold a bit. So like we get to Japan, long story short, they're like, come on over, we'll get the plane tickets, but like you got to print some merch and then have it sent here, or like, we'll print it off there, whatever. So we figured it out. We get to Japan, and it's the craziest thing when there were actually people like lined up, like all these like, I don't know, students, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they're just like really into it, and like, man, we actually kind of packed this one venue. We had 3 shows there, so we were there for 6 days, and each show was like pretty decent, and
Wow.
it was just wild because you're just the furthest point from being home. You know what I mean? Like the furthest. Yeah, it's crazy. And when they know the words too, but they don't even speak English.
Right.
Then it's crazy.
That must be a cool feeling.
Yeah. So meeting like the fans over there was awesome. It was incredible.
You guys have any pre-show rituals? Anything you do before a gig? Anything that you try to do?
Dental plan.
Yeah, we usually sing Dental Plan.
Cool.
In brackets, Lisa needs braces.
Yeah, of course.
And
We always hug.
yeah.
The 3 of us always hug each other.
Yeah. Put our heads together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we put our thumbs together.
We do, and then we put the thimble on top.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because
awesome.
I'm the thimble.
Thimble.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm like the noob still. I haven't earned my thumb yet. I'm still doing that.
Yeah. We warm up though. At home, we warm up and stuff.
Oh
A
yeah,
little
we do
bit.
like vocal exercises
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which is tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
Really tricky.
We always play at Michelle's because we stream at our place. So
Mm-hmm.
before a gig, and we leave a lot of our gear because our house has a jam room, so it's just
Yeah.
stocked with gear.
Yep.
So we go to Michelle's, and we always play a few there too.
Yeah, just warm up. Any
Yeah.
dust we want to,
Yeah.
you know,
He does.
any dust we want
Off
to
the
get off.
shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Now, when you're on the road, now I know you haven't toured, but when you're on the road, what's your go-to gas station snack?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
What's something that you like to grab if you're just gassing up?
Oh, a crunchy bar.
Crunchy bar, like with the sponge toffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly the gold wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those-
you can't
that's
go wrong
good.
with Reese's,
And
right?
an artisan
Yeah.
pop is what I call them.
Artisan pop.
Yeah. Like those pop shop pops.
Yeah, or
Oh,
like
yeah.
Jones
Or
soda.
like a Jones soda.
Yeah.
I call those artisan pops.
Have you ever seen those sodas? I've gotten them a couple times. I've gotten them at like sushi places. You like they got the little marble in it, and you pop it off. And I can't remember what the exact the reason is for the marble, but it's
No,
like
but I want this
Yeah,
artisan
it's
pop.
Yeah.
it's I can't even remember what the name is, but it's got a
definitely-
little marble in it, and you pop it open, and the marble doesn't like there's. The way that the bottle is shaped, it's so like the marble doesn't go in your mouth or whatever. But I can't remember why it's for. It's like it's not carbonated until you crack it. I think it's something to do with the marble.
That's really
Yeah, it's
cool.
really cool. Yeah,
That's really cool.
It's the kind of thing like it dissolves in it, or
No, it's
That was
yeah,
my
it's
question.
yeah, no,
Ah.
yeah.
There's just marbles.
Yeah, I
running
don't
around
even
in
really
bottles
understand.
all over
It's just
the
some sort of gimmick. I think it's like part of the.
place. That's
Okay.
So cool.
Yeah, I'll have to
Crazy.
think of the name. I can't think of the name.
I
right
wonder
now.
what the like production costs are.
yeah.
Like carbonating. Like is that machine is it cheaper to make that pop without
Right.
that carbonation?
Yeah,
Man,
Step.
yeah. I don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know why,
that's
but
thinking out of the box. That's great.
So I was just wondering. I'm like, why?
I don't know why, but I just thought about our condiment business as well.
Okay. Yeah, we're also starting.
Yeah, we're gonna Okay, no one can steal this.
Yeah.
We're gonna open up a retail chain only condiments called Condiments Are We, and we're gonna specialize in sauces and dips. Yeah.
Also, we're gonna start our own line of sauce called Sauce Boss.
Yeah, Sauce Boss. Yeah,
Nice.
look
And
out for that.
Also, like hygiene products like
Yeah.
body sauce,
Yeah.
body sauce, body wash,
Lots of endeavors.
Yeah.
moisturizers or seasonings.
Yeah. So Condiments Are We. White sign, blue letters.
Condiments
Just
are-
easy,
We
simple.
also sell body products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They double as body products.
Yeah, they
You
double.
want- yeah, if you-
Body and food condiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
Put on that ketchup.
yeah, you
at
take out
night.
that ketchup on
Yeah.
tour, right? You can use
Yeah.
it for your hot dog, or if you need to like moisturize.
You're
Fucking
in.
face.
You're
Yeah.
You want a job?
I love it. All
Yeah.
right, so let's say Thumbs is at the level of Metallica. You guys are selling out arenas. You guys are got an unbelievable amount of money.
Stop.
What is in the green room waiting for you? What is the rockstar dream rider? What is the what's
Oh, man.
ridiculous? What's waiting in there? I imagine just from this short conversation, a mountain of weed is probably
Yes.
sitting there.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Also, I'm thinking like a trippy room, like lava lamps.
Yeah. Lots of like lava lamps and lights and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah.
Kind of
Oh
music.
yeah, like very zen.
Yeah, like
Okay.
very zen.
So
but
yeah,
also
we
trippy,
deck it
like
out
a trippy
in-
zen,
Yeah.
like a trippy zen space, like a huge beanbag chair.
Mm-hmm.
Just novelty chairs that are actually comfortable though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fill the room with fucking bungee. I mean.
But
I feel like you're
bungee
describing.
thing.
Beanbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A trampoline. A trampoline.
Beanbag chair. I mean. Yeah. 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 Trampoline.
The
Yeah.
trampoline.
Trampoline.
A
Trampoline.
popcorn machine.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Um,
I would like to have Shania Twain there just to hang out.
she could be there. I would like
Yeah,
that.
she's part of the rider. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That'd be
for
cool.
sure. Yeah, Shania's there.
Who else would be a good hang?
Oh,
Seth Rogen, if possible.
Yeah.
He seems really, really
like
chill.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone would be cool.
Nice,
she's
nice.
chill.
Nice.
What a
Great
random group
guest
of
list.
celebrities.
Yeah.
If there's Gary Oldman for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's
100%.
in. Come on in.
He's at the head table.
Water's
He's
nice.
Yeah. He's serving dinner.
He's serving dinner because he wants to, not because we made him.
Yeah.
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 What do you think he'd be serving?
Oh.
Probably like roast beef, but for those of us who
No.
don't eat meat. No, you don't think?
No, well, we would get to decide what he's serving.
Oh, okay. We'd talk about it beforehand. Then.
Obviously.
It would depend on our
He
mood.
wants to make it, so he wants to make it something we
Yeah,
like.
he's having this discussion.
Depends what he's good at, I guess, too.
Well, we could do some veggie stuff.
Yeah. Gary Oldman.
Spinach and artichoke dip.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be good. Garlic
Yeah.
bread.
Yep.
Craft dinner.
Yeah, okay.
It's easy for him.
Yeah, true. It's
yeah.
easy.
We don't want to put too much the workload.
We don't
on
want to
him.
take
Yeah.
advantage of his
Yeah.
kindness.
He wants to see the show too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they all do.
Exactly.
Shania, fucking Gary,
That's great.
Shania, Gary, Emma, let's go.
let's go.
We're out of here.
They're like, all right.
Yeah.
So I've got one more question for you folks. I need your all-time favorite artist. Give me 5. If you can't give me 5, give me 3.
We talked about this on the car, so I'm gonna zip mine off before I forget.
Okay.
Okay, David Bowie, the Beatles. What
Yep.
else did I say?
I don't
Chris
know.
Cornell,
Yeah.
Peggy Lee,
Yeah, Peggy Lee.
and Shania Twain.
There you go.
That's right.
That's a solid list.
Thank you.
Yeah. And yourself?
Yeah, I got a few. Well, Blink is one of the all-time favorites. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
But like, classic Blink with Tom and stuff like that. It's favorite. You got Matt Pond, PA. They're an indie acoustic rock band from I think Pennsylvania, and yeah, they're really, really solid, man. Under Oath is one of my faves, just because I learned a lot from the drummer Aaron.
Yeah.
Who else? There's so many, man. Like
Pilot?
Copeland's one of my
Copeland.
favorites.
I haven't listened to them in so long.
Oh man, yeah, got to see them with Keegan, a bunch of pals,
Oh, that's
a
cool.
couple years ago, and it was awesome. It was incredible.
Oh, right on.
With Vanessa too, she went too.
Oh, cool.
That's my mom's maiden name.
Really?
Copeland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I knew that.
Now you can steal all my identity.
And oh
we
man,
get the camera.
wait, I forget. I had a good one. Oh no, I don't want to forget. Oh yeah, the Kinnison. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
So good.
They're just so amazing, man. Like, they harness this really cool indie surf punk screamo sound.
Okay.
I don't know how else to explain it. Like, you got to hear it to know it. And I found them in high school because I ordered some merch from Famous Stars and Straps, which is Travis Barker's stuff. And so I ordered some of that, and then in my package was this demo because he just started LaSalle Records, so he signed the Kinnison. And so I heard this demo, and I was like, dude, like, what the fuck? So I ended up being, like, obsessed with them most of high school. Learned a lot from that drummer, too, Mike. Such a wicked drummer. And, so I'll send you some stuff to check out.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, I lost the physical CD somewhere over the years because it was in my CD wallet with all my favorite CDs. Yeah. And I lost that somehow. Yeah. And, I don't have the physical CD anymore. I actually reached out to the singer Christopher Lee Lewis on Insta, and we chat sometimes, which is awesome.
Nice.
I asked him if he had any more physical copies that I could buy, and he said no, there's no more. Really? And I don't even know if there's a digital recording.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not on Apple Music, not on Spotify.
Wouldn't the record wouldn't LaSalle have it somewhere? You think?
Yeah, they should.
In a filing cabinet?
You're right. They should. So I'm gonna actually scope that out. I'm gonna investigate that.
Nice.
That's a good idea. So it's not on any of those platforms, and it's not even on YouTube. There's only a couple songs on YouTube.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. But the coolest thing about that band is they had this really cool deal going. Like, when I was in high school, it was this random ass sale. DVD. Band DVD, all this tour footage, all this, like, all these music videos, all this studio footage, for guess how much? Guess how much they asked for?
$5.
Yeah, I was gonna say $5. Lower. $3.99. $2. How much?
$1 American.
Wow.
Oh, that's all they asked for. So I got one out of my parents' fund. I just took one bill.
One fin.
I just took one fin.
Are you trying out new slang?
And then, I slapped it in an envelope, and I just, like, I think I wrote something to them, too.
In the loaf.
Yeah, slapped. And then a few weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks later, I get this package in the mail, and it's this sick DVD. It's my favorite DVD that I own.
You mailed the $1 bill?
Yeah, you mailed it. Yeah, you had
crazy.
to mail it.
Yeah.
How else would you do it?
Before the internet.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like, before, like, whatever, all the Cash App and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Before, and e-transfers.
PayPal.
$1 American. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy, and it's, like, the best DVD ever.
That's
it's the
awesome.
Best. Yeah. Gotta watch
super cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned Travis Barker a couple times. How do you feel about him and his new endeavors with, all the pop punk stuff and...
Oh, man, I don't know.
Like the MGK stuff.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan, but, I don't know. He's just kind of taking his career, like, and just doing what he wants with it. Yeah. So I guess if he has that freedom to do so, then all the power to him. But I don't know if I would want to do that. Yeah.
That latest MGK song, I don't know if you heard it, he did a new song with Bring Me the Horizon.
Really?
And the chorus sounds, not the way that he's singing the song, but the way that the chorus is exactly like Misery Business by friggin' Paramore. Like, it sounds like it does, like, the wham, 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 wham. Like, it's...
I love that song.
Dude,
Nice.
like, it's like the guitar sounds like the exact same. So, I just think he's ripping off a lot of pop punk, and that's what I think that's going on there.
I gotta probably agree with that. Yeah. I was just like, back in my head, it's like, what if he sees this one day? But whatever, he can deal with it.
Yeah.
It's called constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism, Travis.
There you go.
Get over it.
All right, well, thank you, folks, for coming by. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So if you have all the social medias, you want to plug them right now, here's your time. And if you have anything else that you want to plug, here's your time.
Cool.
Well, for streaming, we're twitch.tv/there's the camera, not there. Adam and Evolve, but that's Adam with a T, ATOMEVOLVE. You're That Guy Drums in Space on Instagram.
Oh yeah, that guy drums in space.
And Valerie Catharine on Instagram.
Yeah. And
also the Thumbs, we're the Opposables, sorry.
Yeah, no,
the Opposables on Facebook and Instagram.
Right. And I've also got LASTLI going on, so that's at LASTLI Music. Got Feels Collective going on at Feels_Collective. Just released an EP, No Words Extended Play, on all the platforms. And also got ATTERCLIFF and the Pillowtalkers. We're getting show ready, and it's going to be really cool acoustic rock vibes. And yeah, am I forgetting anything?
Wars of Warlock Wayne.
I was just thinking, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be on my YouTube channel, Penny Moon Productions. And thumb92fm.com. Coming soon.
Thumb 92 FM.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll end it there.
Yeah, man. Sick.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Wicked.
Right on.